This is the weekend edition of iFIBER One News, where we present some of the top stories from this week and your weekend weather forecast. I'm Bethany Jenks. Stay tuned for the weekend edition of iFIBER One News.
From the iFIBER One HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFIBER One News, your number one source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFIBER One News, and it starts now.
One of our top stories for this week was about the 11th annual science fair at Ephrata Middle School. More than 100 students created projects for this year's event. Reporter Jeff Chu has the details.
Ruthie Yanni proved that more people will recycle paper by making it fun. The 7th grader was one of about 130 entries in this year's Ephrata Middle School Science Fair. Ruthie said her science project put what she called a boring trash can up against a fun recycling basket.
I was testing the fun theory on paper recycling. My question was, how does the appearance of a recycling bin affect the usage of it? I hypothesized that if you put two recycling bins across from each other in one hallway, then giving one a fun twist, the fun twist
And the fun basket scored more points as a recycling receptacle.
What I learned from this experiment was that after each week, the amount of recycling decreased in both bins, even though the fun one definitely had more each week.
7th grader Carter Mills made differently designed bridges out of popsicle sticks. He explained what he learned from his science project.
I learned that if I were to walk on bridges and there were 4 bridges going across the river, that I'd probably choose the Warren Truss, or no, not the Warren, the Howe Truss. I always get these mixed up because that one held the most weight.
Many of the projects were created by 4-H students who used farm animals in their experiments. Lily McMullen's project gave chickens a chance to pick their favorite color.
After testing 3 chickens 3 times with 3 different colors, it came out to be that the average and overall color that the chickens preferred was red. But probably because most animals commonly prefer the color red, or it was probably more likely just a coincidence and the chickens don't care as long as they can eat it.
Cassie Stewart, a serious equestrian, discovered what horse hooves grow faster.
I learned that surprisingly, the black-hoofed horse grew faster than the white-hoofed horse because of the denser feet of the black-hoofed horse was more frequently than the lesser dense feet of the white-hoofed horse, which in chips.
Maddie Owens, a barrel racer, depends on reins to control her horse. She explained what reins were best for the project called Get a Grip.
Overall, I learned that if I go to a rodeo, and it would probably be better if I used the grips out of the reins because they will give me the fastest time.
Emmy Dilling took on the issue of carbon dioxide's effects on the ecosystem.
Well, I learned that we need a balanced ecosystem, and too much CO2 in a confined space could have negative effects.
Jason Downer, the Ephrata Middle School 7th grade teacher who oversees the science fair now in its 11th year, said the event is growing in popularity because it brings out the passion and creativity in many students.
There's been a really big push for science fair projects, all the learning that really does come out of it.
I'm Jeff Chu for iFIBER One News.
In Moses Lake, the City Council made a surprise decision to remove City Manager Joe Gavinsky from his position. Gavinsky has been City Manager in Moses Lake for 33 years. Reporter Cameron Probert has the story.
The Moses Lake City Council voted to fire City Manager Joe Gavinsky Tuesday night. The City Council voted 4-3 on a resolution to remove Gavinsky from the office effective in 30 days. They also voted to suspend him from the position during the 30-day period. Gavinsky has worked for the city for more than 33 years. He began as the city's attorney and became the city manager a year and a half later. Councilmember Bill Eckert presented the resolution to the council during the council member comment section of the meeting. The resolution stated the City Council lost its trust and confidence in the City Manager's ability to carry out his duties in a manner satisfactory to the City Council. Eckert and the other supporters of the resolution, Todd Voth, Jason Avila, and David Cornell, declined to provide any further explanation. Council members John Lane, Karen Liebrecht, and Mayor Dick Dean opposed the resolution. They said they were surprised by ECRIT raising the issue. For iFIBER 1 News, this is Cameron Probert reporting.
And now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We'll be right back after this.